Check, check, check. Check. Hello, hello, hello. How is it? Is it working? Unfortunately, due to the circumstances of due to high winds, we are unable to operate in 720p. We will be in 360p for the rest of the night. Enjoy. But hopefully it won't lag as much. Okay? Can we just be okay with that? Yes, that's spiel. Yes, downtime spiel. I am very good at downtime spiels. Okay. Okay. All right. Is this better? Is everybody okay now? Can you read stuff? Is everything fine? We're gonna restart the video we were debunking. Should all be good. Okay. No, we're not good. Okay. Yes, sir. Stream is back. Yes. Yee. Fine. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's enough reading your comments. They're kind of confusing. We're just going to go ahead and start with the debunked. Can you get Chase Row? You've had plenty of shout-outs. There you go. There's a shout-out. Okay. Secrets the roller coaster industry doesn't want you to know. Well, let's see, because I am part of the roller coaster industry. What don't I want all of you to know?
And fun and completely horrifying. But just how safe are those wild rides that we'll happily spend hours standing in line for?
Yeah, very safe.
There are a few things the industry probably doesn't want you to know.
Okay.
Here's why you may never want to get on a roller coaster ever again.
Okay. I really don't think you're going to be convincing me.
It's worth noting that roller coaster related
The Coaster Roaster, you get a shout out because you've not had one before.
fatalities really aren't that common.
Yeah, exactly.
But there have been reports of bizarre things happening inside the skulls of occasional riders.
Well, yeah, you have to be freaking insane to be a coaster enthusiast, and especially if you want to work at Cedar Point and enjoy it. You have to have something pretty wrong up inside your skull. But I definitely can agree with you there.
According to Science Direct, the most common neurological injuries suffered by roller coaster riders are subdural hematoma, which sounds vaguely unsettling,
Okay, you can say it sounds unsettling, but what is it?
and cervical artery dissection, which
Tell us what it
are
is.
the kinds of things that make you never get on another roller coaster again, ever.
Did you tell us what these things are, or are you just going to use fancy medical terms? Alright, I'm done giving shoutouts. Stop asking. You will get shoutouts if you win the trivia later on, which I don't know if some of you may have not been here for trivia in the past, but trivia, yeah, you get shoutouts when you get a question right. Also, this is not a roller coaster.
The main thing to keep in mind is that roller coasters can exacerbate pre-existing conditions.
There you go. That is very correct. You are definitely right about that.
In 2001, a woman died on the Goliath roller coaster at California's Six Flags Magic Mountain. According to the LA,
And people also just die randomly. It happens. Pre-existing conditions exist. Doesn't, and especially at an amusement park where there's lots of people, yeah, guess what? Those happen. Happens at every park.
times, the coroner concluded that she had a brain aneurysm, which is a bulging blood vessel that she was likely unaware of when she got on the ride, and the stress of the ride itself helped the aneurysm rupture. So basically, don't ride roller coasters if you have a brain aneurysm.
Wow! Don't ride roller coasters if you have a brain aneurysm. Wow, what a genius we have here. It's not like the signs in front of literally every ride has that.
Which is something you may not know about unless you ride a roller coaster. Okay,
If you're really concerned about it, you probably don't have one.
so the whole brain aneurysm thing is kind of a wild card, but at least we know that federal regulations and safety rules will keep us from ever getting on a poorly maintained or inherently dangerous ride.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's at like a fair, yeah. I mean, IX Indoor, that's like the sketchiest you can get, and that's, in all fairness, IX Indoor is pretty darn sketchy. But anything permanent is very, very well maintained.
Right? Well, according to the Boston Globe, the entire amusement park industry is underregulated.
Yeah, well, so's the pickle industry. That doesn't mean pickles are dangerous. That was a random thing I thought of. But you know what? It's true. Just because something's underregulated does not mean it's unsafe. Okay? It's the same thing. do 480p. No, I'm not turning this on and off again. Oh, we just had our first ever super chat. Insert funny meme here. Hello. Welcome to the first ever super chat ever on GP2 Enthusiast. Hello. Welcome. Thank you very much.
There's no federal oversight, and
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure. It doesn't matter.
each state has its own set of thrill ride safety laws.
So?
Cross the state line and you're entering a whole different rodeo. Only portable amusement rides, the ones that are hastily assembled at your local fairgrounds once a year, are subject to federal regulation.
Yeah, and guess what? They're definitely the least safe of any amusement rides you can find. So guess what? Clap, clap, clap. So your little regulation is not helping.
So that means that
Amusement parks have their own incentives to make their rides safe. Because guess what? If people are dying on their rides all the time, then guess what? No one's going to go to the park. It's common sense.
states are picking up the slack, right? Well, according to the IAAPA, as of 2018, 6 states had no theme park ride regulation in place at all, at any level.
Yeah, I bet they didn't have any theme parks.
A
It's probably true.
2017 report by Safer Parks says 30 states lack, quote, comprehensive government oversight.
Why isn't Steel Vengeance my favorite ride? Because it's not my favorite ride.
And roughly 10 states punt the responsibility to county governments or private inspectors. Weirdly, Florida is pretty good about doing those safety inspections.
Oh, it's probably because Florida has a lot of park. Oh my god, Boeing A320. You'll be the second ever super chat. Wow, welcome. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you a lot. $2? All I'm doing is sitting here watching some moron's video. And you guys are paying me for it. Why?
But they exempt any theme park that has 1,000 or more employees. So Disney World,
Oh, okay, well, it doesn't really matter then, does it?
Universal Studios, and SeaWorld get to do their own safety inspections, even though other parks in their state are subject to inspections by state trained.
Yeah, well, guess what? SeaWorld, Disney, and Universal all have massive amounts of public attention focused on them. Tomorrow I'm working Mine Ride because Gemini is closed, and I will be at Gemini probably Saturday. Actually, in all fairness, I'll probably get sent to Camp Snoopy, but yeah, no. So Disney, Universal, SeaWorld all have tremendous amounts of media attention focused on them. So guess what? If something goes wrong, they are going to be called out for it. They don't need federal oversight. Whereas your small little Daytona Beach park, which would fall under the category of state inspections, yeah, those state inspections sure did a whole world of good for that ride, didn't it? Yeah. So and SeaWorld, Disney, Universal, pretty darn much perfect. Really shows you that that sometimes leaving it up to the parks to make their own rides safe is better.
Inspectors. So just in case you were thinking that the big parks are
State infections, yeah, sorry.
the safest places to go with the kids, well, that depends on how much you trust Disney and on how you define safe.
You really think Disney wants people to come to their parks and get killed? That's what I thought.
Safety at
Yes,
big
of course.
fixed location theme parks really depends on state regulations.
No. It really just is flat. I mean, as far as the ride mechanically goes, they are all the same. All exactly the same. And any, another super chat. What the heck are you guys doing? Hello, no credit. 11208. Scream is the best Six Flags Magic Mountain roller coaster. You know what? Because you paid me? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you paid.
But maybe
No, so any permanent park you go to, especially Cedar Fair, Six Flags, SeaWorld, Disney, Universal, anything major, all going to be safe. Very safe. Regardless of the state. At least in terms of the ride mechanically. Now, if you want to talk about the ride operators, well, I have my own opinions on that. But still.
traveling carnivals are safer since they're subject to federal oversight, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. And
Come
I
on,
think that's
you
what you're
didn't
about to say.
actually think that might be true, did you? because we've all experienced that unsettling feeling of looking at a wacky roller coaster and thinking to ourselves, that thing looks like it's going to fly apart.
You know, I hadn't before I went to IX Indoor last year. And if you really want to know my experience at IX Indoor Amusement Park. Oh, yeah, sorry, Dave, you're not a mod. I'll fix that right now. Yeah. Oh, favorite ride. Insert funny meme here. You're coming again. Favorite ride is Magnum XL 200. Oh, $5. Holy cow. Boeing A320 Millennium Force is the best coaster at Cedar Point. Why are you spending so much money on this live stream? Stop it. Save your money.
Unlike fixed-site roller coasters, the coasters and other rides at traveling carnivals are frequently disassembled and reassembled, which is scary if you spend too much time thinking about it. All it takes is a few loose bolts to send the whole thing careening across the midway.
I mean, not exactly. Have I gone to Canada's Wonderland before? No, I have not, but I do want to, and I may very well. This is the most overrated coaster you've ever ridden. It's the most underrated, not the most underrated, but it's one of the most underrated I've ridden.
According to Thrillist, traveling carnivals are on the road.
You think Steel Vengeance is the best? At Cedar Point, I can completely understand the argument for Steel Vengeance being the best, and it honestly probably is. But best overall is Toro. Sorry.
9 to 10 months of the year, and they might change locations weekly. But carnival operators will tell you that the assembly and disassembly process helps make the ride safer because it allows technicians to view every part of the ride and catch potential problems as they arise.
Lag? No, not lag. Big time lag. Hold on one second. Stand by. Check. Hello, hello. Hello, are we good? Are we good? It's working? One time you went to Cedar Point and Blue Train got stuck on F brake. I think you mean C brake. Yeah, it does that. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Okay. Can we just do trivia? We're gonna do one. We're gonna finish this debunked, and then we're gonna go straight to trivia. All right. Sorry about the lag, but you know it wouldn't be a GPT stream without lag. Am I right? I'm right. Don't argue.
On the other hand, carnival workers are overworked and underpaid.
No, that's Cedar Point workers.
And there is no routine inspection by federal investigators. They usually only step in after an accident has already happened, which isn't very helpful, frankly. So it doesn't seem to matter if you're at a carnival or an amusement park. No one can really guarantee your safety when you board that ride.
Yeah, the park itself can. The ride operators are responsible for your safety. You fell out and Millennium Force's support caught you. Oh, okay.
Is it supposed to stay upside down like this?
I don't think so.
Well, at least you can be sure that the guy strapping your kid into that crazy-looking roller coaster has undergone...
Oh, you're gonna claim minimal training. Okay, I'm gonna get right back at... Stop! Sam! Exclamation mark! It's Misty. Use this to get a hobby or 5. Wait. Stop! Misty Viper, do not pay me money. You already paid me money. You bought a sweatshirt like a year ago. Stop. I will. You need that money for a car or something like that. Don't give me money. What's my favorite amusement park? Hershey Park or Cedar Point? They're tied.
On rigorous training and is uniquely qualified to make sure everyone stays safe while on board, right? Well, get ready for some bad news.
Okay. All right. Now here. This is the part that I'm not looking forward to, because I'm sorry, you're wrong. Let's see
Undergone
this.
rigorous training
I'm gonna
and is
start from the
uniquely
beginning.
qualified to make sure everyone stays safe while on board, right? Well, get ready for some bad news.
From here on, it gets really scary.
The head of Cedar Point's ride operations department told the AV Club that
Okay, who's that? Who's that? Because it depends on the year.
ride operators have to take a course before they're allowed to start working the individual rides.
Indeed.
So that sounds awesome and super reassuring, except the course, she later revealed, only lasts about 2.5 hours.
I took the course. It lasted 8 hours. My IROC certification course was over 8 hours long in total, including a written test, multiple instructional parts. I can't detail the whole thing specifically, but the course was very detailed and took over 8 hours, and that does not even include the on-site training. Training is, 4-hour training on every ride. Adrenaline Co. here. Sam, I know Six Flags. They're training in interviewing a Six Flags employee who's not Adrenaline Co., Misty, Sam. It is less in terms of training because they don't use IROC, but they still get a good 4 hours of training in. It's not 2.5 hours. And that's not even including the location training, because every ride in a park is different. Then you're going to be you're going to get trained. First things you do is you get trained on the company. Then you get trained in your department, which in ride operators, that's IROC at Cedar Point. Get IROC certified, pass your IROC test. Then you're going to get trained at your ride location. You're going to get shadowed for a whole day, whole entire operating day. Get shadowed. Make sure you're doing your job right. Make sure you know all the positions. And then if you turn out to be a good ride operator, you're going to get trained in controls, and then you have to take a test for controls. It's not just 2.5 hours and you're done. I'm sorry.
So the people who take your kid's life into their hands when they strap him or her into a machine that travels 80
This is getting a full debunk.
miles an hour only have to undergo about 1.25% as much training as, say, a barber working in New York State. But don't worry, they also have to spend some time training at the ride,
Exactly.
and 8 to 10 hours being shadowed by an experienced ride operator
Yeah.
before they're declared A-OK to run a giant dangerous.
Okay. Just A-OK is not necessarily everything. If your person shadowing you sees that you're not very good at safety, guess what? They're going to put you at the non-safety sensitive positions, which at Gemini is fast lane and crowd. You're going to be sitting at fast lane and crowd for 2 weeks until you're safe enough to start checking seats. Then if they see you're safe enough to start checking seats, that's all you're going to do is check seats. You're going to check seats and put a clear up. That's it. You're not going to be in controls. To be in controls takes a lot more experience, a lot more trust, and a lot more knowledge. You have to know the ins and outs of your ride if you want to be in controls. And that is the part where you could actually really hurt people, is if you were not very good in controls.
piece of machine.
There's people in our crew that aren't trained in controls, and they've been there all summer because they are not good enough to be in controls. Like they're not safe enough. There's other people that got trained there quickly. It all depends on how attentive you are and how knowledgeable you are of your ride.
Machinery full of vulnerable children and undiagnosed heart patients. And it's not like people working low-paid jobs doing super redundant things don't take their job seriously or anything.
Oh yeah, we do.
Happy riding.
Low pay, long hours, absolute fun.
Part of what
And very much get drilled all the time, not to mention we get audited by our ride safety, the people who trained us, IROC, and at different parks it's different people who IROC you, or audit you, IROC you, God. Too much IROC this summer.
makes thrill rides so appealing is that they subject us to forces we don't usually encounter while we're just walking around doing
This is getting a full debunk.
boring normal person things, or even when we're breaking traffic laws
I'm not using ad block. Give these GP money.
on a long straight freeway or winding mountain road. As of 2016, the G-force record for a roller coaster was 6.3 Gs.
Yeah, on Moonsault Scramble.
Just for comparison, astronauts only experience about 3 Gs during a rocket launch.
Well, here's the difference. That's sustained. This isn't.
Although granted, those G-forces last a lot longer than they do
Exactly.
on a typical roller coaster ride. A 2016 report compared acceleration-deceleration eye injury to shaken baby syndrome, and noted that doctors should consider roller coasters as a potential culprit whenever these types of injuries don't have any other explainable causes.
Unless you're riding Vekoma SLCs all day, it's not really something you should be worried about.
In 2016, NBC says there were 30,900 emergency room visits for injuries caused by amusement park attractions.
Yeah, well, you do realize that includes someone who stubs their toe at a water park. No, stubs their toe at a water park. Yes, that literally includes that.
In the industry,
Yeah, shut up, Valley Fair ride-ups get 14 an hour. We get 14 an hour in October.
defense, though, it's not clear how many of those injuries happened on roller coasters
Yes,
versus,
exactly.
choking on a corn dog while riding the merry-go-round or something. So it might be
Man, if someone let you on our carousel with a corn dog, they're getting fired.
more useful to just look at roller coaster deaths and then extrapolate from there just how dangerous thrill rides actually are. Between 2010 and 2017, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says there were 22 thrill ride fatalities.
Okay, that includes traveling carnivals.
Not all of them, though, were people getting killed on rides. Sometimes people get killed doing other things, like getting stuck while trying to retrieve a lost item.
It's getting stuck. No, they did a little bit worse than getting stuck.
And the industry points out that 335 million people visit amusement parks every year, so the fatality rate is really very low.
Exactly.
Those numbers, though, don't say how many people are actually riding.
Okay. If you visit an amusement park and you're not riding, then why did you visit an amusement park? I get it for like Disney and stuff. Like, okay, whatever. There's other stuff to do, but like, if you're paying to go to Cedar Point and you intend to ride nothing, why? Like, I'm sure there are some. You have the good food. Yeah, of course, obviously. No, if you are not riding, then I know there's some, older people, young kids, but majority of people who go to those parks are riding.
Still, the International Association for Amusement Parks says your chances of sustaining a theme park injury serious enough to give you an overnight hospital stay is about 1 in 16 million, which is way, way better than your 1 in 700,000 chance of being struck by lightning in any given
Exactly.
year. Not surprisingly, third-party investigators often dig up different figures than the theme park industry itself. According to CNN, the International Association for Amusement Parks, or IAAP, conducts its own annual safety survey on fixed-site amusement rides. The IAAP reported almost 30,000 fewer accidents in 2016. So either carnival rides are like 24 times more dangerous than fixed-site amusement rides and other attractions.
Yeah, well, they literally are. They literally are. If you want a sketchy ride, go to literally any pop-up carnival or the IX Indoor Amusement Park. They're literally, every single one of those rides is 10 times more sketchy than anything permanent.
Or the IAAP is seriously underreporting the number of injuries that happen at theme parks.
No. You're looking way too much into this.
And let's
the clips you're showing are hilarious because most of the time they're just valleying.
not lose sight of the fact that not everyone seeks medical attention for an injury, and that theme park
Okay, if you get injured at Cedar Point, you know what we do? We direct you straight to first aid, and you are going to first aid.
authorities almost certainly aren't made aware of every single accident that someone has on park grounds. So both of those statistics are likely to understate the total number of accidents that happen on roller coasters and other park attractions.
No, this is getting a full debunk.
Those extreme modern roller coasters with their twists and drops and G-forces
Wooden roller coasters. Oh, how are these dangerous now?
might seem scary, but no roller coaster gives you quite the same thrill as a 100-year-old wooden coaster.
100. There's very few 100-year-old wooden coasters out there, and you're showing Ghost Rider or not. It's just like, what? I mean, if you exclude like when it was like include the whole lifespan of it, what is it like 2022?
for one simple reason. High-tech roller coasters are high-tech, which provides at least the illusion of safety. A wooden roller coaster that was built 100 years ago is
Okay, Hurler at Carowinds may be a mad ride, but it's not 100 years old.
a wooden roller coaster that was built back in the days before seatbelt laws were a thing, and when people used
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to make a joke about that.
radioactive water to treat arthritis. Not all wooden roller coasters are old, though. According to the New York Times, some parks are installing brand new wooden roller coasters because wooden roller coasters have features you won't find in steel rail design.
Yeah, most wooden coasters are not 100 years old.
They're slower, so they can have tighter turns than steel roller coasters can.
That's not why they. I mean, that's part of the reason why they can have tighter turn. It's not like the advantage of a wood coaster is it's cheap.
They're also temperamental and require more maintenance. A badly designed wooden roller coaster may be slow and dull on a cold day and fast and potentially dangerous on a hot day.
Part of the fun, isn't it?
Wooden coasters will set
That's why you have trim brakes, though. Like literally, think of. I like to think of my own ride, Gemini. On a cold day, yeah, it's going to be very slow and mundane. On a hot day, it's going to be faster until you hit C-brakes because the C-brakes are going to slow you right down to a nice, normal, safe speed.
lag over time, too, and humidity can loosen the bolts, making the ride feel shaky and rickety.
Why do you think they inspect it? And no, it's not because the actual structure's, like, unsafe that it sways. It sways because that's how it deals with forces. Look at Gemini. Like, the whole thing just sways right out when the two trains are racing on the big horseshoe that goes over the station.
It's all good, though. Even a 100-year-old roller coaster is safe,
Steel Vengeance, yeah, 100-year-old roller coaster. Steel Vengeance, man. Steel Vengeance, that's an old one.
provided it's well maintained. Skyline
Exactly.
Attractions president Jeff Pike told Mental Floss,
You are showing Steel Vengeance flex, which, you know.
it just takes more maintenance to make sure the wood and fasteners are in proper operating condition. And all theme parks, as we've learned, are well regulated and can totally be trusted to make those judgment calls.
Oh, yeah, they'll just make all their rides unsafe so that they have accidents on them and people die. And then, obviously, what their goal is, obviously, to have no one ever come to their parks.
A water slide is kind of like a roller coaster. It has the crazy turns, dips, and terrifying
This is kind of out of my area of expertise.
acceleration, only instead of locking harnesses, you're barreling untethered through a plastic tube. Fun. You probably thought water slides were the safer, watery version of a roller coaster.
Safer? God, no.
But a roller coaster is pretty much the same for everyone riding it. And on a roller coaster, you're a passive participant. You just hang on to that safety bar and wait for it to end. Water slides are not so simple. For starters, people are unpredictable, and they can break rules and talk their way onto
Oh, yeah, people break rules and talk their way on, well, try and talk their way onto rides all the time at roller coasters.
rides that
I know my kid's 46, but I'll sign a waiver.
they maybe shouldn't be on due to height or weight restrictions.
Guys, slides for kids only. Size requirement.
Shut up, nerd!
Exactly. That's exactly what I see. Exactly. This is whatever this is. It's very accurate.
Maybe that's why NJ.com found in 2014 that water slides in that state were responsible for significantly more injuries than roller coasters. So do you have the physical prowess to handle that water slide? Will you be safe going down it? Maybe, probably. But make sure you fit any size restrictions for the ride and try not to do anything too crazy on your way down.
Try not to do that on a roller coaster. Like, take out your freaking phone.
Remember, your main goal
That'll have its own video, too.
in amusement park rides is to stay alive. Having fun comes second.
The goal is not to stay alive. You don't go to an amusement park like, I'm going to stay alive today, guys. It's going to be a big goal, but I'm going to stay alive.
Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more grunge videos about your favorite
Oh,
stuff.
boy. Okay. So this video right here, that was really terrible, and I'm going to give that a full debunked because it really, I hate videos like this because they try to act like they know what they're talking about. I don't mind it when it's, the 14-year-old and his fancy music and his weird transitions talking about King Dakar and how deadly it is because, at least no one takes that seriously. This, people can take seriously. So this will get its full debunked. In fact, I'm going to add it to next right now. It will be probably the next debunked because that one needs it. So anyway, yes, it is time for trivia. We have music. Hold on. Alright. How's the music volume? Good? Good? Music volume's good? Quiet? Loud? How is it? Right? Yes? Go? Okay. Alright. Stream trivia. We're gonna start off easy. A lot of these are gonna be about Mine Ride and Gemini, just so you know, because I'll be working Mine Ride tomorrow. Anyway. What year did Cedar Creek Mine Ride open? (1988) 1969 is the correct answer. Crazy Wharf 625. You are correct. Mine Ride is celebrating its 50th birthday this year. Okay. Not including the station. How many blocks does Gemini have? Three is correct. Stage Ryu, you are correct. 3 blocks. Because that does count only one side. So those of you saying 6, you're wrong. Sort of. And you're technically right, but still. They're labeled A, B, and C. Okay, now, we'll do one more Gemini question. How steep is Gemini's drop? $50 is not correct. $59 is not correct. Yes is not correct. $60 is not correct. Whoa, it's moving fast. $45 is not correct. It opened as steep as the Kennywood Fanboy is the first one I saw with 55 degrees. The correct answer is 55 degrees. Steepest drop in the world in 1978. Alright. What color were the supports originally on Six Flags Magic Mountain's X? Not 45. Purple. Yellow is correct. Adrenaline Co. is correct. Yellow is the correct answer. X2, formerly X. Supports were originally yellow. Oh, some of these you guys are not gonna get. Okay. We'll go. I have a bunch more Gemini questions, so we'll get to those in a second. We'll do one more non-Gemini one. What year did the first Vekoma Boomerang open in? What year did the first Vekoma Boomerang open in? 1987 is not correct. 1982 is not correct. Okay, it's moving so fast. 1984, Sun God, you are the first one I saw to get it. 1984 was the year the very first Vekoma Boomerang opened. It opened at Laurent. Laurent's Boomerang is the first one, according to RCDB. Alright. Now for some more Gemini questions. Exactly, feet and inches, how tall is Gemini? Exactly, feet and inches, how tall is Gemini? 100? No. 125.3 is not correct. Aerodynamics Memes, 125 feet 4 inches is the correct answer. 125 feet and 4 inches tall. Now here's a question to go off of that. Why was Gemini made 125 feet and 4 inches tall and not just 125 feet tall? Why 125 and 4 inches and not just 125? Not wind. Tallest height is correct, but what roller coaster was it competing with? Lag, uh-oh. Because it's cooler. What roller coaster was it competing with? What roller coaster did it beat? That was also open in 1978. I know it's lagging. But it's gonna... Yep, it should be back. Colossus is correct. Hellhound TSO, you are correct. Colossus was the roller coaster Gemini was competing with to be the tallest in the world. Both opened in 1978. And yes, Loch Ness Monster was still taller. I know. Top Thrill Dragster. No, it wasn't Top Thrill Dragster. I'm gonna wait for the stream to level out a little bit. I think it's fixing now. Okay. Got another Gemini question here. What was the last year Gemini operated with 6 trains? What was the last year Gemini operated with 6 trains? 2011 is not correct. 1987 is not correct. 2007 is not correct. 2020 is definitely not correct. I haven't seen it yet. No one's quite there. 2006 is closer, but not correct. 2014 is not correct. 2005 is closer, but not there. 2000 and 2001, you're getting close. Never is not correct. 2004, Kennywood Fanboy has it right. 2004 was the last year for Gemini 6 train. After that, they cut down to just 4 trains, which, I mean, they really didn't need 6. The current fast lane line was actually second turnstile entrance. That's because they needed that many people. If you said it first, it could have very well just lagged. Sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna go to some non-Gemini ones. So, what was the first Vekoma boomerang in the U.S.? First Vekoma boomerang in the United States. No, I mean the park. Not the... People are just like, boomerang! Not Sidewire. Sea Serpent is correct. Sun God got it again. Sun God is correct. Sea Serpent at Maury's Piers was the first Vekoma boomerang in the U.S. It was not called Boomerang. I know. How disappointing. Okay, now you guys have to round to the nearest 100 on this one. So round to the nearest 100. How long is the world's shortest weekend alpine coaster? How long is the world's shortest weekend alpine coaster? In feet. 200 feet is not correct. 300 feet is not correct. 700 feet is getting closer. 1500 is too high. No clue. 500, 1200, 420. No, you're not. 800 is extremely close. Oh, it's moving so. 900, I saw it. 900, Firefox 62. You were the first one I saw. Firefox 62 is correct. It is 198.9 feet long. The world's shortest weekend alpine coaster. It's real sad. It just goes up a little hill. It's in Belarus. Okay. So, 2 more Gemini questions. How many riders per hour was Gemini capable of when it ran 6 trains? Riders per hour on Gemini with 6 trains. 1,000 is too low. 2,100 is low. 2,500 is high. Keep guessing. 4,000 is high. 3,300 base 64. Got it right. 3,300 riders per hour. An extremely high throughput. 3,300. Now we are at 2,200. Alright. Yes, WoW is correct. It was insanely high throughput. Okay. This no one's gonna get this one unless you're an insider. Officially, what color is Magnum XL 200's track? Officially, what color is Magnum XL 200's track? Not red. It's not just red or scarlet or red. Molly Orange, Sean Flaherty, hello! Welcome to the chat. Big fan of yours. Yes, Sean Flaherty, you are correct. It is Molly Orange. Thank you, Sean Flaherty. I didn't think I'd see you in the chat. Welcome, man. Wow, out of nowhere. Yeah. Sneak attack by Sean. Just. Oh, nice. Welcome. Always wanted to have you on a stream. Okay. Now, Sean, you will probably know the answer to the next one. So please don't answer the next one because I feel like you'll just get it right off the bat. So give the others a chance, right? What two roller coasters at Cedar Point use upstop pads instead of wheels? Magnum is not correct. Gemini and Mine. Yes, Mine Ride and Gemini. Krakatoa Coasters and Adrenaline Co. You both got it. Mine Ride and Gemini use upstop pads. Wilderness Run actually has sort of a combination side friction and upstop wheel. Yes, Magnum used to have upstop pads. And man, I can't imagine how that was. That would have been... They would have been replacing those pads all the time, considering how much they replace them on Gemini. Alright, I only have one more trivia question for you guys. So, what was the first all-steel coaster RMC ever built? The first all-steel coaster RMC ever built. The Texas Giant is not correct. Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster. Storm Chaser is correct! Storm Chaser is correct. I think Phantom Coasters got it first. Storm Chaser was the first all-steel RMC coaster. Good work. So that is the trivia for tonight. Now we are going to move on to Guess the Coaster, which I don't have music for. Like I said, this is my first stream in a while, so... Okay, Guess the Coaster. Let's see. These ones I expect to be fairly difficult. So definitely be prepared. I think this is also the first Guess the Coaster where all the images are my own. So you know that if the coaster's on here, I've ridden it, so that could help you if you are familiar with any of my videos. Okay. Let's see. I think we're just going to do it like this. Guess the coaster. Play Kahoot music. Gotta spell the full name. I'm not going to expect partial names. Not Millennium Force, Sean. You got one wrong. Magnum is correct. Crazy Wharf 625 is correct. This is Magnum. This is actually support over by the turnaround. This is Magnum's, one of the massive supports over by the turnaround for Magnum. Alright, next one. What is this coaster? Ooh, Wildcat. Thunderhawk is correct. Thunderhawk at Dorney Park. Kennywood fanboy, you got it. Thunderhawk at Dorney Park. New wooden coaster? No, it's one of the oldest wooden coasters I've been on. Alright, next one. This is just blurry B&M track. Ooh, Valraven is not correct. Gatekeeper is not correct. A gray B&M is correct. Afterburn is not correct, but good guess. Great Bear is correct. Coaster Dave, you were the first to get it. Yes, this is Great Bear. A very blurry shot of Great Bear. What is this coaster? I like this. It's not Orion. It is a ride, yes. This coaster. This is a picture during a snowstorm of a coaster. It's not Aaron Gwazi. It is Mystic Timbers Krakatoa Coasters. You got it. This is Mystic Timbers during a snowstorm. This is just a screenshot from one of the live cams. Not Mean Streak. Not Logs Plume. Okay, next one. Now this one's tough because you not only have to guess the name of the coaster, but you also have to guess what park it's at, which is, it's literally, you have a 1 in 3 chance. It's not SheiKra. It's not Shikra. Not Krypton Coaster. Six Flags Great America is not correct, but it is Superman. Six Flags Great Adventure, yeah, you guys kind of all got that one. Except that one was kind of not fair, because you can't really tell the clones apart that well, especially Great Americas and Great Adventures. But yeah, this is Great Adventures, Superman Ultimate Flight. Next one. Gonna zoom in a little bit. Not Phoenix. Not Flying Turns. Not Mean Streak. Twister, yes. Twister, Phantom Coasters, and then Sean right after him. Yes, this is Twister at Knoebels. Very fun ride. Very underrated. Next ride. Oh boy. We went from very zoomed in B&M track to very zoomed in Aero track. I don't know. What demon? Which demon? There's two demons. Not Steel Phantom. I really wish it was Steel Phantom. Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna make you guys guess the park. Yeah, it's Six Flags Great America Demon. I really wish it was Steel Phantom. I wish I would have gotten to ride that. But yeah. Next one. Oh. Tennessee Tornado, yes. Kennywood Fanboy, Jaden Army, Crazy Wolf, you all got it at once. Yes, that is Tennessee Tornado. Thought it might throw some people off, but yeah, that's Tennessee Tornado. More Aero Track. Blurry Aero Track. Desperado is not correct. Big One is not correct. Batman is definitely not correct. Carolina Cyclone, Crazy Wharf 625, you got it. Yes, Carolina Cyclone. That is one of the worst arrows I've ever ridden, unfortunately. But it was a good ride for existing, you know. It's better than Corkscrew. It's about the only arrow I'd say it's better than. Anyway, final coaster. Steel Vengeance, yes, Kyle, Adrenaline Co. No, it's not Gemini. You guys all assume just because I get around Gemini a bunch, I have pictures of it. I do, but I'm not using them, yes. Steel Vengeance is the correct answer. I thought this one was kind of difficult, but I guess it's not. If you've ever been on ridden Steel Vengeance, then you would pretty easily be able to tell that it's Steel Vengeance because this is a line. So, yes, that's Steel Vengeance. Anyway, that is all for our Guess the Coaster and Trivia segment. So, yeah, yes, I guess it does, yeah. Yep. Yeah, yep, it is Discord time. So, if you guys would like, you may now go ahead and enter the GP2 Enthusiast Discord so we could have a discussion there on this very laggy stream. For those who are leaving at this time, thank you very much for tuning in to the first stream